Alright, so now we are going to be adding color to our 6-color wheel, and we are going to be using watercolor pencils to do this. Right now on my color wheel I have my 3 primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and we will use these 3 colors to mix and make our secondary colors. So we know that our 3 primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, they are first. They are important, and we use them to mix and make all the other colors. Alright, so we know that on the color wheel they are separated by the secondary colors that they mix to then make. So we will start by filling in our 3 primary colors. So first, you are going to use the side of your colored pencil when you do this. So I would start with red, and I'm going to just gently fill this piece of my color wheel pie in using the side of my colored pencil with red. We're not using the point, we're not pushing very hard. We want to fill it in evenly so that the whole thing has the same amount, but you're kind of going across the entire piece of your pie, and it's okay if it goes outside the lines. No, you'll understand why soon. Okay? So then we'll go on to our blue, doing the same thing over here. So you want to go ahead and make sure you fill it all in evenly, and again it's okay if it goes over the... Now I'm going to do the same with my yellow, and I'm going to be filling that in using the side of my pencil, trying to get it covered nice and evenly as I go across my piece of my pie. Now again, it's okay if it goes outside the lines. Okay, so we have red, yellow, and blue as our primary colors here. We know that we use these primary colors now to mix and make our secondary colors. We use the colors that are on the opposite side, on each side of the secondary color, to make that color. So in order to make both orange and green that are on either side of yellow, yellow needs to be in there. So I'm just going to keep my yellow in my hand and fill in both of these triangles with yellow. So this triangle will end up being green because I'm going to mix my blue with my yellow here. So again, using the side of my colored pencil to evenly cover this. I'm going to push a little bit harder on this side because I know that yellow isn't quite as strong of a color as blue is. Okay, so I'm also going to go back to this side to start out my orange, because I know that yellow and red make orange. So I'm going to start with yellow here. Alright, so now I'm going to, once I have my yellow in the middle, and then on both sides of it I also have yellow to start out my secondary colors. Now I'm going to move on to red. Alright, so I have red here, that's going to stay red, but on either side of red I'm making orange and purple. So I already have my yellow here. Now I just need to lightly go over my yellow with red, and that will start to mix and make orange. This time I do kind of want to be careful to keep my red in this triangle so that it's not mixing with my other yellow. Sometimes it's easier to turn your paper. You have a better angle getting your pencil to the side if you turn your paper like this. Okay, so I have my red there, and then I also need red on the other side of my original primary color, and this will soon be purple. So again, turning your paper does sometimes help to get that even coverage with the side of your watercolor colored pencil. So this is where purple is going to be. Alright, so I have all of my red done here. Now last is my blue. So I have my primary color blue. On one side is going to be green, yellow and blue make green. The other side is going to be purple, blue and red make purple. So now again I'm taking the side of my colored pencil to fill in over top of where I had red to make this purple. I'm going to go to the opposite side of my blue, and this is going to be my green. Again, using the side of my colored pencil, lightly pressing over top of my yellow to fill that in. Now, the cool thing about watercolored pencils is once you add water to them, they're going to mix and look more like a watercolor, like you painted with watercolors. Alright, so we will be using our paintbrushes and just a cup of water to spread and mix this color that we have made even more. So I suggest starting with your lightest colors. Okay, so I'm just going to touch my brush into the water, and then when you pull it out of the water, I want you to slide it up the side so it's not too wet, and you will just start to do each individual triangle by itself. Don't go and put water around the whole thing because then it will all mix. So I'll start with my yellow, and that just makes a nice even color once you add that water to it. It looks like you just painted with watercolors. Alright, so I'm going to get a touch more of water, slide it up the side. Now I'm going to go to my orange. Now this is going to mix my red and my yellow together even more. I don't have very much water on my brush, and that's okay. You're going to want to kind of put your brush going up and down once you get to that middle line so that you're not mixing the orange with this triangle of yellow. So just gently going over that so that it all mixes together. And you would go around your entire circle to mix those colors. Just do it slowly so that you're not mixing like your purple with your red in this middle area. Just take it slow. Do a nice job working on craftsmanship with your watercolor colored pencils.